course, there's the intro. There's the energy we want that we've been waiting for. Welcome back, folks. Shoot brothers, shoot sisters, shoot mom, shoot daddies.
Shoot nephews and nieces.
And shoot...
There's more, but
we'll cover those. Shoot daddies. I like that.
Shoot daddies.
It sounds a little sexy, actually. Like, shoot daddy.
That's
We're getting off the reins here. This is not that. This is not that kind of show, Mike. This is a wrestling podcast. This is the only wrestling podcast on the internet, on all podcast apps that is hosted by myself, Cameron Osborne, and the only podcast out there hosted by someone named Mike Shepard.
Yes. Yeah, that's us.
And that's us.
I had a nickname for you, but I forgot it.
It'll come back. Is it, the Shoot Shepherd, it has the SH.
Yeah, well, there it is. That's a good one. Where'd you come up with
It's
that?
a nice alliteration.
Yeah, Mike the Shoot Shepherd and Cam. I had something.
Yeah, it has to be, my Cameron Osborne, Oz is a tough syllable to maybe pull an alliteration on.
Yeah.
Listeners at home, what you got? What would my in-ring name be? The Gmail.
I was gonna say, it's some wrestlers, they go through many gimmicks, many name changes. So
believe me, fans of the show, even if you're a fan of the show in the past 3 weeks, you've experienced multiple name changes. That's what's crazy. It's something that happens so often.
Name changes, brand changes, back and forth. The fucking shakeup's still going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a real exciting show today. It's round 3 of the Superstar Shakeup. It was a week that happened in wrestling. A lot going on. We'll get some trivia a bit later. We always like to put something over. First, let's start off with the tweet of the week, though. The tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week. Wow.
This is a new segment that I thought would be fun.
I'm ready for it.
Okay, so I think last week that AC Dirt brought us to the attention, or maybe it was the week before that recently Luke Harper requested his release from WWE.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know, are you allowed to just do can you just do that?
I mean,
or how does that work?
He can do it, but that doesn't mean they have to listen to it.
And then do they have to keep booking him? Is that how that works?
It's basically Michael Scott declaring bankruptcy. He just I declare bankruptcy. Just because, yeah. But no, WWE doesn't have to do anything for it, and contractually he has to fulfill his obligations, so he can't just not wrestle. Otherwise, the contract extends.
So there you go. There you have it. Anyway, so Luke Harper requested his release. This week's tweet of the week comes from the Ran Man himself.
Oh, yeah. He's great on Twitter.
Who said, in honor of Luke Harper, quote, finding himself, I'd like to take a minute to thank him publicly for introducing me to hashtag Kendrick Lamar several years ago while highly intoxicated in Europe. Hashtag my left stroke just went viral, and it was a screen cap of Humble and the album cover from the Ran Man.
That's awesome. That's crazy. How is Luke Harper the one that sets him up with Kendrick Lamar?
I don't picture. Yeah,
Randy's the bigger star worldwide, but I mean,
definitely don't picture Luke Harper listening to Kendrick Lamar, but certainly not the man with skull tattoos.
Kendrick Lamar's still alive, right?
Of course.
Who was it? Macklemore? Did he die? Someone died recently.
Mac Miller died in the summer.
Mac Miller, maybe that's who it was. Yeah.
And then someone named Nipsey Hussle died.
Don't know that one, but yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the living. The living.
Tweet of the week. Before, folks, I feel like we're gonna run through this week's WWE programming super quickly because not much seemed to happen. I mean, at least for me. But before we do get into that, I do want to say one thing that I think happened. Go ahead. Maybe, or let's get to it now because I think it happened on Tuesday or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Folks, listeners of the show here, know that Mike, you and myself both stand very differently on the question of Dean Ambrose's future. Or the man who in WWE was once identified as Dean Ambrose.
I was going to say, I think we can definitively say Dean Ambrose is done.
Okay, so folks, and this is where myself, Cameron, this is what I'm faced with right now. We're
getting into some technicalities here,
I concede into I was wrong. I can say that.
I think we're both right in ways, I think.
Or if nothing else, I double down harder than I've ever doubled down before and say that it's like the ultimate.
The super work.
The super work where they change his name and like super make you think he's going to AEW or something, and then he does like. So I have two options.
What are you going with?
My heart, my heart wants to. My heart thinks
you want to go down with the ship.
I just want to go down with the ship, like a captain.
Yeah.
And I think at this point I have to, Mike. This is the super work that we've been waiting for. Make it think like he's gonna pop up at Double or Nothing. And then he pops up at whatever happens after Double. I don't know.
Money in the
Bank,
Saudi Arabia.
Then he pops up in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
it's the ultimate work here, folks. You heard it here first. Huge job.
Well, that's what one man on this show said.
What?
I take it as I see it. I think Dean Ambrose is done and dead, but Jon Moxley, he may be back sooner than I would have thought. I definitely thought he was going to take a sabbatical from wrestling in general.
You would think like a couple weeks or so, like a month or something.
Like if he really is on Double or Nothing, that's huge for them. Like that's a huge statement for him to be like, yeah. All right.
That's a big get. That's WWE. A big get. And, it's funny you say, we're Double or Nothing, AEW, and both that Goldust video and the Cody Rhodes promo slapback.
I did watch that, actually. Those were great.
And then this Jon Moxley, just the production value difference between something like this and then something that WWE just kind of like puts out every single SmackDown or Raw is like insane. It's like I just try to find what the differences are, right? What's making this new thing so intriguing, to so many people when it hasn't even done anything yet. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying, dog?
I know what you're saying. I just want to pour a little more fuel on the fire. The Double or Nothing pay-per-view is in Las Vegas, which happens to be Las Vegas, which happens to be where Jon Moxley lives. Oh.
Now is that the IRL name?
I don't know. I don't think that's his actual name.
So he has another one that's sub.
I think he's got a real name. Whatever name Renee took. Renee Cody Rhodes also liked that tweet.
Oh, so the tweet of Dean Ambrose
or the video
or
whatever. Yeah. So.
It
would be a big debut. And there is now we're getting real deep. I'd like to say I was the one that noticed this, but at 1 minute and 16 seconds in the video, Moxley was walking by a pair of dice in front of Hollywood's Viper Room, and the dice were showing with the numbers 2 and 5, which is the date, May 25th.
No, wait, hold on.
There were dice showing in the background of this video, and there was a 2 and a 5, and so this is
okay. Listeners at home, listeners at home, pull out the Jon Moxley video right now. Pause it if you must, so you can understand. You said so. Fast forward now, folks, to the 1 minute and 16 second mark.
Yeah.
No fucking. That's just a dice on a wall. Okay, it does say 2 and 5 though. I'll give you that.
That's okay. It could be a coincidence, but come on,
folks at home. Yeah.
That's all. Remember his final WWE promo? He says something about taking his chips and cashing in.
No, Mike.
He's working. He was pulling the super work on Vince. He was cutting the AEW promo in WWE. Could you imagine? We're getting hot. This is why we're the Shoot Brothers.
That's why we're the Shoot Brothers, I guess, man. That would be huge, dude, if he showed up in some kind of just reckless way, or, I mean, yeah.
You know who might be able to get the scoop for us? He's not going to be on the show this week. He's down in Las Vegas. AC Dirt. Yeah, he phoned me up.
You do a great AC Dirt impression there. You got to pull out a little bit of the voice there.
I slipped into it for a second. I don't know.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, he called me yesterday. He only calls me from payphones. I can't get a hold of him, so it's just whenever the dirt comes is when we gotta be ready for it. But he's down in Vegas searching some scoops. Maybe this is the story he was leaking. I don't know. Maybe he was the one who leaked this.
Is AC Dirt just like spying on Dean and Renee's house? What are we gonna call him now? So what are we gonna call him?
He could be Jon Moxley.
No, but like when we refer to him like quickly, because we gotta talk about Dean Ambrose. Are we gonna say Jon Moxley, or I guess we gotta say Jon Moxley.
Moxley. So there you go. Yeah. So no dirt corner this week. He's digging up some dirt down there, but he told me he's got a good story on Lars Sullivan to share next week. All the dirt's coming out on Lars Sullivan.
Folks, stay
be ready for
tuned.
that.
Next week, back with AC Dirt will join us again on the show. But before next week, let's just get going on this week. We're past all that. We're past our pre-shooting, and now we're gonna
one final pre-shoot.
Oh my God!
It's
Something on the network, right? You were watching the network.
No. They announced the new pay-per-view. Backlash is canceled. Now we have WWE Stomping Grounds on June 23rd.
Oh,
there you go.
okay.
Pay-per-view. So you got Money in the Bank in May. Then June it's Saudi Arabia and Stomping Grounds.
Now I had heard that they were canceling Backlash. I didn't hear that it got replaced. Yeah. Is that an old? Is that
yeah?
An old,
it got moved. No, it's just a new title, new game.
Cool.
So. And there's supposed to be a takeover before Backlash as well, so I imagine they'll bump that to the same weekend as this, and yeah, we'll have takeover in June, which is good.
Cool. There you have it.
Yeah. There you go. On to the show.
On to the show. The really big show. It's Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw comes at us live from somewhere. This is week 3 of the Superstar Shakeup, folks. But you don't even know. You don't even know that it is.
Not yet.
You can just hop around wherever you want. Who knows? We are going to kick off the show, however, with a moment of bliss.
Yeah, our girl Alexa Bliss, she's out here to announce the Raw side of the Money in the Bank ladder match participants. So 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown for both the men and women, but she's here to do the men right now.
She's here to.
Yeah, so the big reveal: the 4 men are Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin.
Okay. So right off the bat, we find out half of the male entrants to the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
We're 3 weeks.
Half of that half are losers, like former Money in the Bank losers.
Braun
Strowman and Baron Corbin.
And Braun Strowman. Eventually, okay, so this kind of evolves into the match, the kind of the heels of this match and the faces of this match all kind of come out, and we do it.
Yeah, they all are like, hey, I'm gonna win.
Yeah,
no,
like,
I'm gonna win.
No, I'm gonna win. No, you shut up. No, you shut up. We get the little face on heel thing going on.
Yeah, so Ricochet Braun versus Corbin Drew. Near the end of the match, Corbin tags himself in behind Drew's back, so Drew hits him for that, and that lets Strowman and Ricochet hit a power slam shooting star press combo for the victory.
For the big win, nothing at stake for this one. I don't get why 3 weeks out of a pay-per-view, we can't maybe make a little tournament or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In years past, they've done that, had qualifying matches.
Because it's a good amount of time. We even could have started this last week, giving it 4 weeks of build. And you're gonna see, and we'll see later on SmackDown, very very much the same result.
And I feel like the next couple of weeks they're just gonna have them all fight each other in singles matches until the big ladder match, and it's whatever.
What else can they do besides having them stand on the ladders? When they remember the stand on the ladder promo. Remember that
cutting
one?
the promo, yeah.
What else can we? Where else can we have them stand? Where else can we put up ladders and have them stand?
Yeah, just go to Home Depot in the ladder section and start cutting promos. I don't know.
They all walk in, grab a ladder, set it up, and just fucking.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's nothing in the rulebook that says you can't bring your own ladder, right?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You don't even have to use a ladder. If they've had guys try to climb on people's shoulders and shit, and so I want to see some prop gimmick like a big forklift and just lifts them up.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
anyway,
stands on it, lifts up, push in, and then you're kind of close. I don't know.
That'd be a good heel move, eh?
It'd be a great heel move. Speaking of moves.
Heel moves. Yeah, onto a tag match.
Onto another tag match, because this is Raw, apparently. We're going to get the Usos and Gallows and Anderson.
So this is another shakeup.
Like I said, folks, round 3.
Yeah, round 3, I guess.
Stay tuned till next week when we're getting round 4, probably.
I do find it interesting, though. Now, this gets them closer to AJ Styles, and, you never know. Reform that club with them, and who knows? Maybe we'll see them interfere with Rollins. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Okay, the Good Brothers
Club. The history, the Good Brothers
Club.
Yeah. But, Usos get the clean win. After the match, they cut a little promo showing a clip of earlier in the day when they caught Revival in the shower, shaving each other's backs. So the Revival come out after this, hey, that's an invasion of privacy, and yeah, you can't just go film a man naked in the shower. But they're men; they have body hair, so yeah, I guess these teams have beef now.
I guess they have heat. Yeah, it's a weird way to get heat because I can't.
I feel like this is just them.
Jimmy Uso standing in a shower with two guys. Like I can picture someone in the writing room thinking that this was really funny. Yeah. I can't picture Jimmy Uso doing it.
Did you hear the rumors? Mini Dirt Corner rumors.
Oh my God, Mike! This isn't a dirt
Gallows
show.
And Anderson.
He
gives me the calls.
One little thing.
He's not here this week. I'll take the heat.
Okay. Let's go.
Gallows and Anderson turned down a big money deal recently, allegedly from WWE.
Oh really?
Something like 5 years, $500,000 each. So maybe this is their way of them trying to bury them a bit.
5 years.
All right, you don't want to get paid.
5 years, 500,000. So 100,000 a year.
Piece. No, 500,000 a year for 5 years.
Oh wow.
That's pretty good money, yeah. So
yeah,
that's just the dirt, I don't know, but
I think you do know. I think that's the.
I just report.
Well, someone does.
What are you gonna do?
Someone does.
All right.
Next up, we don't have another tag match.
No.
Huh. Interesting. We are getting a special episode of Miz TV featuring Bobby Lashley.
Lame. But
sure, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Hey, Dirt Corner, where's Leo Rush? No, wait, that's for another time.
We haven't seen Leo since
I know that's for the Dirt Corner, but I can't do.
God.
I know that's what I tell you. 1 week without AC tough.
This can't be a dirt show.
Well, I got to call AC, tell him you can't just go to Vegas anytime you want. But anyways, Bobby Lashley,
one dirt thing.
One piece of dirt a week.
Dirt limit. It turns to mud.
Yeah, so he says he's only going to answer the questions he wants to answer, and Lashley just starts speaking in the third person, which is kind of weird. And he's like, Bobby Lashley is this, Bobby Lashley, blah. So Miz says, I don't even know where I am. Lashley's been back 1 year, and he's already a 2-time IC champ. What have you done, Miz? And Miz is like, you want to go stat for stat? 8-time Intercontinental Champion, 7-time Tag Team Champion, 2-time U.S. Champion, WWE Champion. I'm an overachiever. Have you seen my wife?
Ooh.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
Good point.
Oh, yeah.
And again.
There you go.
And again. Good point.
Yeah, and he did all that without a shred of the athletic ability of Lashley. So Lashley's like, oh, yeah, what about Shane, huh? He beat you and your potato-baked father.
Potato face.
Potato
father.
Fuck. Yeah. And then he screwed up the payback. No wonder your father thinks you're worthless. So then Miz finally snaps and he attacks Lashley, and this leads to the match. During the match, Shane McMahon runs down to distract the Miz, and he throws a picture of Mr. Miz on the screen like he loves to do. So that distracts him, and Lashley hits the spear for the win. After the match, Shane attacks Miz, but Miz fights back, so Lashley gets involved in there, and they beat him up together, and Shane chokes him out. Gets the microphone, says he's the best in the world. So, yeah, this feud's continuing.
Folks, we get... In a matter of 2 episodes, 2 superstars have been shaken up. That is right. The Miz is staying on Raw because we had to move him over to Raw.
Yeah.
And Shane is moving over to Raw. Isn't this exciting?
Well, Shane does whatever he wants.
Shane McMahon has moved over to Raw. Great news. Really excited for the SmackDown brand to really open up without Shane having to insert himself into something.
Yeah. And, we'll find out more on that match on SmackDown, but...
Well,
we have another tag team match.
Why would we find out more on SmackDown? Because these are
we got more
these are 2 Raw superstars.
Well,
yeah.
Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like you're gonna say something I'm not gonna like.
I don't know.
Next up,
Maybe
we have tag match number 3, and honestly, folks, I think we have more. We get the Viking Raiders versus the Lucha Viking Raiders. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's the one.
Versus the Lucha House Party. Viking Raiders get the win. They hit that little thing that they hit.
Yeah, easy win. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but their future has been decided, so I know what's happening with the Viking Raiders.
What do you mean? Oh, you've was there something on NXT this past week?
There was something. I won't say what or how or who or nothing.
Interesting.
But
interesting.
Yeah, Viking Raiders future is definitive. I think it's definitive.
I've not caught up on NXT yet, folks. You all know this is a spoiler-free review of the show.
Yeah.
But I guess we do have to set a time limit. Like we do have to set like a limit on something, right? Because I guess technically that show happened last night. So I.
Well, I mean, no. This is stuff that hasn't aired yet.
Oh, okay. No. That's that's definitely
that's
we're
that's
like 1 or 2 days away. Okay. You
anyway, there you go.
spoily Magoo.
No, it's nothing. Trust me.
It's a moment of bliss.
Bliss, yes, another
Round
Bliss.
2, I guess. Is she gonna announce if she comes out to announce a tag match? I swear to God, no, she doesn't. She comes out to announce the women, the Raw women's side of the Money in the Bank tournament. Because again, I don't know. It's 3 weeks away. Come on. So the women that we get Dana Brooke, Natalya, and Naomi.
Yeah. Not the best lineup right there to start, but
there it is.
Yeah, they all start,
and then somehow it becomes a match. I forget how.
Yeah, they all start arguing, and then Bliss says, "Hey, everyone, stop!" Because the final participant is me.
That sounds about right. Yep.
That was the only one I was excited for. Really, of this Raw group. So, let's have a preview tonight. Naomi versus Bliss at some point.
And I think don't we get it like right away?
That's right. Well, right before that, we had the Firefly Funhouse.
Oh,
new content this week. He's got like a painting, and he's talking about expressing yourself when the Ramblin' Rabbit shows up. This little stoner type of dude. I liked him. He shows him he just shows him a painting of a burning building, and then Abby the witch wakes up. So Bray's all yowie wowie, and the rabbit runs off.
Didn't you see that in the little building? There was a little.
Oh, that was. I believe that is the fun house that he's in right now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. I thought it was the cottage that the Rand Man burned down.
I think it's the same building. I think this is all just in Bray's head, and he's delusional, and this is his Firefly Funhouse, and then one day he's gonna snap, and you're gonna see like a burnt building, and it's all fucked up.
Interesting.
That's my theory.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. The Abigail puppet shows up, and Bray calls her a sociopath, and that's the word of the day, and that's your Firefly Funhouse. So there you go. See where this leads.
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
this is where I love this gimmick so far.
Yeah, me too.
It's fun and different, but it's weird to me that like they draw the line at like a PG thing. Right? Like they're not going to show like the violence, like the inherent like sexual kind of nature of whatever they tried to avoid from when they turned into PG shit. And now like juxtaposed with this, how do you explain to an 8-year-old what a sociopath is? Like how do you do that? I'm not a parent, but it seems so weird to me to choose one type of storytelling over the other. Because either way, like if you're showing a 6-year-old both things, guaranteed a 6-year-old does not know what the fuck's going on right now. But
maybe that's what they want. They want to cause them to feel confused and distorted.
They cheer for the Roman Reigns thing, right? Is this a grab at maybe the older audience of people who watch WWE in an effort to try something new? Because this is not something meant to appeal to someone below like 12.
Yeah, it's meant to be dark, twisted in that way, but who knows?
Who knows? Excited for it though. I'm also excited for maybe more chair shots to the head. I don't know. You're a fucking athlete. Just take it.
Where'd that come from?
I'm just saying. Next up, we have.
We don't want the dirt, but we want concussion trauma. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, no, I want violence sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it has to be involved, but don't run away from it.
You had a pretty violent matchup next year with this Naomi versus Alexa Bliss. Because her shoelaces were undone. That's dangerous.
What was the deal with that?
I guess that was the gimmick of the match. They kept coming undone, so she kept like tying them up, and then later Naomi goes to drag her shoes pop off.
Was she wearing someone else's shoes? Like, did she grab?
She said that in a promo earlier.
They did say that, as if they're trying to make a point.
Maybe she really did. Like her gear got lost, and she really did have to wear the shoes. So they just
I don't know. Anytime Corey Graves or Michael Cole says something over commentary that's like actually reflecting what's happening, I'm 95% convinced that it's because they want to plant some dumb seed.
Well, speaking of Corey, did you see his haircut?
No.
He shaved his head.
Shaved his head.
Gel. It's just completely.
I didn't notice.
Not like bald, but like half an inch thick.
Oh God, where's AC Dirt really is missing.
All that gel. Yeah, that gel company's gonna go out of business. But
ladies and gentlemen, I didn't notice. No.
But Naomi does get the win here after the shoe pops off. She gets the rear view and the split leg moonsault. So boo. Boo on that, I say.
Boo on that, you say. There you go.
Out next is some good shit. We got the man, Becky Two Belts. She's here. She's here to explain how she's defending both her titles at Money in the Bank. So Crowd super hot for Becky, of course. She says it's not impulsive. She has two options: either try to protect all she's got, or fight everyone and do what she knows how to do, is fight. So, she goes over the journey and talks about Charlotte holding the titles hostage. So she doesn't want to do that. She's not going to dodge anyone. So they show the clip of Lacey hitting Becky last week, and so she calls her out. Lacey comes out. She cuts her little promo on Becky and her Irish temper, and Lacey's a good lady. She doesn't lose her manners. But you know what? She did a little bit here. She goes after Becky, and they brawl. The officials come out, including our man Finlay.
Fit.
He was there.
Fit was there.
He was there to drag Lacey away.
We know how much Fit does care about the women's division.
He booked himself in that spot. He's like, I want to be on screen with Lacey. Oh, I love that.
Fit, get out there. They're your women now.
There you go. So I'm pumped for this match, man. You don't have to sell me on this match. Lacey and Becky, I'm ready.
You know what? Yeah, short build with a couple weeks to go. And you know what? I think out of all the matches on the card,
this is the one I'm most excited for.
Yeah,
I mean, the ladder matches sell themselves.
But besides the namesake,
like there's this, like AJ and Rollins is gonna be great, but they haven't built it as much as they have Lacey and I'm excited. Money in the Bank's gonna be a good card.
Exactly. Next up, do we have more tag team action?
This was a goddamn tag team show. We got Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins versus The Revival. I don't know if you noticed Hawkins or Ryder had a new theme song, but probably not many people even noticed.
I did think I noticed something. Didn't the Usos come out like
they were singing
theirs too? Yeah, okay.
They were doing the R-Truth thing. Yeah, they're like, they won't.
I also noticed that too. Okay, yeah. So a couple theme song changes.
So there you go. Zack Ryder gets the win with the roll up for his team. So the Revival, the burial continues. They don't want that money. They're going AEW. I don't know. We'll see.
Which I mean, and I think that begs the question: how much fucking money are they paying those people over there?
I don't know. It's I guess it's money and glory and.
I saw a shoot with Jericho where he said like this AEW contract is the most money he's ever been given.
Yeah,
for a fucking amount of work. Yeah, more than Vince has ever given me, more than Eric Bischoff ever gave me.
Yeah.
So
they got deep pockets there. So
more than that Saudi money, dude. I hope, I would if the Saudi Arabians paid so much money that Vince McMahon had no choice but to bring Chris Jericho back for a match. That would just be it. Like, where do you think Vince's integrity would go? Like, how far down do you think he would go?
I don't know. He's done.
Like, if
he's done.
So if the Saudi prince, because of course they're going back there in June, presumably for another Greatest Royal Rumble, but if he wanted to see Enzo Amore get just tossed out of that ring, do you think Vince would Vince do it?
I'm sure he could find a way to come down to it.
What about Alberto Del Rio?
Maybe. I don't know.
See, it's tough. It's tough.
At the end of the day, who's to say? I can't make the decision for him. But
or if if the Saudi prince wanted Kenny Omega there, and how much money would it take for Vince?
That's up to Kenny. Some guys might. Some guys like Daniel Bryan would never go. I think you could offer him $1 billion. Daniel Bryan wouldn't go.
So how does that work? Is it flat out they offer you the money and you can say yes or no? I don't understand why. Daniel Bryan and somebody else wasn't there. Somebody else was.
Yeah, John Cena and a couple.
No, he was at one of them.
He was at the first one, and then the second one, I think he backed out.
Because it was amidst the turmoil. Yeah. So how does that work? Are you allowed to just say no, I can't go?
I mean, technically, you can. They're like, all right, and then the repercussions are whatever. If you're a top guy, nothing's gonna happen. If you're Zack Ryder, they might be like, okay, see you next year.
That's a good point. No, that's a good point. No, I've always just been curious, right? I mean, I guess it's your job, but
I mean, half the roster can't even go. Like the women are allowed to go. Sami Zayn's not allowed to go. Imagine if he went. The promos he could cut now is his heel count. He'd probably be beheaded.
El Generico, he literally would probably be beheaded.
Yeah, that's that's the sad truth.
He shows up as El Jericho, but he does show up tonight on Monday Night Raw live from.
Right before I remembered what I fucked up earlier. I thought for some reason, backstage blonde woman interviews Miz, and that's where we get the official challenge to Shane. It's a steel cage match.
Yeah, which is cool. Not only do we get two ladder matches, but we get a steel cage match.
Yeah, I'm like, it would be funny if in the middle of the Money in the Bank match, someone lowered the cage and like, oh, what's gonna happen? Just to raise the odds.
And you can climb on
cage ladder match. Yeah.
And then try to jump on it. Next up, though, we do have the man not allowed to travel to Saudi Arabia, Sami Zayn, who, gosh darn it, he refuses to let us off the hook.
And we say we don't want to let him off the hook either. We keep singing his song, and he mocks us. He falls and starts, he's like a kindergarten throwing a tantrum.
He does that. He does that, which is somehow a dance.
I love it.
I guess, yeah.
He just like wiggle on the ground and just fucking.
And like it works every time.
He's playing night crawlers.
Oh, that's what he's doing. That's what night crawlers look like with no sheets. When you have no roaming base, as Schmitty would suggest you use it for.
But yeah, our boy Sammy, here he is. Continues to insult the crowd.
Say? He wanted to make it clear that he was holding us accountable.
Yeah. Like, guys, you're entitled. You don't get what you want. You throw a tantrum. I owe you nothing.
He owes us nothing, including putting the definition, I guess, of the term psychological entitlement, which I actually didn't know was a thing. I thought there was just kind of like two words put together that make another kind of like thing you assume means this, but it was glad.
Yeah, wouldn't entitlement already be kind of psychological anyways? Cause it's kind
of, because you think you're entitled.
Anyways, we're getting.
This is the WWE Learning Circle, of course.
Okay, yeah, no, let us dive.
Let us dive
deep into the psyche of the human mind. What is a mind? What makes a man a man?
Well, for Sami Zayn, it's to tell us all that we're terrible.
Yeah. So he says quitting WWE would be amazing, but what's even more amazing is coming here every week to hold you accountable and call you out on your crap. So that's our Sammy for the week.
And this is and he's still quickly rising that like top heel on the brand kind of thing. All those other top heel guys like the Drew types are really just kind of cheap heat dudes. But Sami Zayn's going to come in hot whenever it's time for him to start doing a lot of in-ring work.
Yeah, like he's riding the Daniel Bryan wave of heel stuff, kind of.
Yeah, it's not like entirely
like not the
new.
Same thing, but yeah, like he's doing it in a way that's good. And it's not like the cheap, just like I'm playing a bad guy. Like he's presenting it in a way where you can believe it.
Yeah, I feel like, and I wonder whose decision it is, to do things like that. But even just like last week when he was showing the photos that he took in Europe.
Of him traveling.
It's so weird that even something like that completely changes your promo. Just having like so you bought the massive LED screen. It's yours. You own it. You own the stuff to put stuff onto that. Like you own all of this shit, and then you just don't use it.
Yeah,
like you can say refer to the monitor at a picture of me. That's that's so much more than just saying like picture me in France. Picture it in your head.
Hey,
okay,
Shane gets it. Shane loves to
smiling.
use it every week. Yeah, Sammy and Shane, they both love to use the monitors.
Why not? They're changing the rules. They're changing the rules for all of us. Next up, though, we're moving backstage where I think it's backstage Charlie and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah. And
Dominic.
Dominic's back. There you go, big boy.
Dominic, my favorite story, of course, folks at home. Dominic is Rey Mysterio's son, who once his custody was decided.
The contract hung above the ring on a ladder.
And Eddie and I can't even say that.
Eddie Guerrero.
I can't even say the rest of it. Eddie Guerrero wins. No, sorry, no. He thought
Eddie Guerrero did not win.
He thought he was Dominic's legitimate father.
Yeah.
And then the two of them have a ladder match, and the winner is the
gains
dad.
Custody. Yeah. So.
And we all know how much Samoa Joe loves to comment on one's family members.
Yeah. So before the match, he does just that.
Hey, Dominic.
Yeah, he says Dominic is ashamed of his father, and that's pretty much it.
I just picture his "Hey Wendy," but with Dominic instead. Hey Dominic. Hey Dominic.
Hey.
So we do get this match, which is weird because I think last week I remembered Braun fucked with Samoa Joe's win or in a match last week. And this was kind of our squash. This was kind of our squash at Mania. So it sort of seems it seems cool or different that they're kind of going back to that a few weeks later. Because we're getting kind of like Mysterio Joe round 2 right now.
Yeah, they had a decent little match, but eventually Ray pulled a reversal and rolled Joe up for the 3 count, and then afterwards, Dominic comes out to celebrate with Ray, and it was kind of funny because Dominic lifted Ray on his shoulders.
He's
usually,
bigger than his dad.
The son lifting his father is kind of a funny visual.
Samoa Joe is just one of these dudes who falls so hard by just 50-50 booking.
Yeah,
it seems like anytime they make him strong with that Coquita clutch. And then it's like next week he's losing to the guy he squashed at Mania. It seems he is always so up and down and can never just get like, a good run of shit going on for him. And we got the belt. We got the belt. We were like, shit, man, maybe this is it. Maybe this is Joe's time.
I guess I'm gonna say I don't know. Ray won here, so maybe that means they have to have a third match for the title at Money in the Bank. Settle it once and for all.
Is something announced?
On the pre-show.
Is something announced or anything?
They didn't announce it. No, not for that.
Oh fuck! They've probably literally announced it on Twitter already.
Probably, and then we'll be like, that's what they do to
exactly. That's what they fucking do to us, right? Gah.
Yeah.
But next up, though, I guess this is main event contract signing time.
Yeah, Michael Cole's out here, and he brings out Seth Rollins, AJ Styles to sign the Universal Championship contract.
The old contract sign.
AJ cuts a little promo. He says SmackDown was his house for 2 years, but now he came here to win that title. So, he always likes Seth. He's a good guy, but you got something I won't. So Seth gives his little piece. He respects AJ, but you're going to have to be better than phenomenal to take this title. So AJ's like, your team, your little brotherhood, they're no longer here to back you up. So, I don't know. I don't think you got anything left in you. So AJ signs the contract. Seth says he was at his best when he beat Lesnar, and he'll be at his best when he beats you. So he signs as well. And then Styles picks up the Universal title and gives it to Seth. Goes for a handshake, but Seth just holds the title up in his face. So AJ doesn't like that. So he pops Rollins, and then they fight for a bit. Seth hits a suicide dive, but AJ gets back up, hits a phenomenal forearm on Seth through the table in the ring.
Through the table.
Yeah. So the show ends with AJ standing tall, and that contract signed. And the club to back him up with no Shield backup. So
and usually, folks, we say whoever stands tall, before pay-per-view.
This is 3 weeks out,
but we still got like 4 weeks to build this, I guess.
Yeah. And that someone did scientifically test that theory once, and it's not 100%. The man who stands tall.
Oh, it's 100%.
It's like 65%.
I bet it's certainly more than not.
Yeah. Oh, it is more often like they did fall victim to that booking trap for a while, but anyway.
It's probably more than that. Yeah, both of these guys got a little bit in without anyone going kind of over the top.
Yeah, but it seems between the two, they're steering towards AJ being the heel of the match.
Yeah,
like obviously the crowd's going to be into both, but
he had a couple heel things that he said. At one point, Seth said this really dumb line. This went on way too long also, by the way. This ending segment. Yeah. He had this one dumb line where he's like, hey, man,
something about
look at those ropes. Those are red. Look at those lights. Those are red.
Like, this ain't the blue brand.
This ain't the blue brand. It was just kind of like colors with Seth Rollins.
Yeah. The house you built up, I'm going to burn it down.
And so we have 3 weeks till Money in the Bank, maybe like 2.5, whatever it is now. I hope we can get I hope we can get a second element to this feud,
like something on top of the match, like a gimmick,
or maybe not a gimmick. I don't know, just something because
to elevate the stakes beyond just the title.
Something to make it, maybe just like a second element of this feud.
That's why I think the club should come in, Gallows and Anderson.
Cool, and then Jon Moxley has to return with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're all good. I'm up for that too. So we have AJ in the bar versus the Shield at Saudi Arabia.
For $1 billion.
Billion.
Or 1 billion rupees.
Okay, folks, that was our Raw wrap up.
Yeah, wrap. First half of the show in the bag.
Ribbity rap, a rippity rap. Folks, we're just gonna take a little break, probably.
Yeah, let's take a quick break, and we'll come right back in for some trivia.
Let's get some trivia, some SmackDown, and of course, just more of it all. So stick around.
Let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah.
We are back.
We are back. Second half of the show, second half of the Shoot Brothers podcast. We always like to start off with a little bit of trivia.
Trivia. Woo. Trivia. Woo.
I only have one question for you.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
I got 3, but they're all related, so let's just give me yours.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, no, mine does have multiple answers though.
Okay.
Okay, so in the WWE blanket, the
Yes.
organization, there are 6 people who are performers, superstars. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say wrestlers though. Who are remain undefeated in 2019.
Ooh.
Give me there's 6 of them. Give me as many as you think you can.
From any brand?
This is cross brand.
Okay, so 6. I'm going to say Walter.
Bing bing bing.
I'm going to say the Viking Raiders.
Bing bing bing. That counts as like both of them. So
That counts as 2?
yeah, like
So 3 out of
it was
6.
both. It was both.
So that's 3 out of 6 then, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Wait, I had another one. What was it? Lars Sullivan?
He hasn't had a match in 2019.
Okay.
So
that's
he
a wash.
he is not part of that. You're right. He has stood tall at many times.
Okay,
He hasn't had a
but-
match
okay,
yet this
so-
year though, so he isn't he wasn't part of this.
Okay. Roman Reigns.
That's another one. That's 4.
All right, 2 more.
Two more.
Okay,
Two
this-
more. Of course you can do this. We'll edit out all the silence of you.
Shayna Baszler.
You guessing?
Shayna Baszler?
No,
No?
no,
Shayna Baszler?
no.
Oh, did she lose some
Yeah,
sort of?
she lost. She lost an NXT match, a non-title match.
Okay.
Not too
Well,
ago.
then I'll take my 4 out of 6 then.
Take your 4 to 6.
I'm sure
that was
if
pretty
I wanted
good,
to
though.
stall, I
No,
could give you one more. Yeah.
You were right. You were in the right direction with Shayna Baszler. However, it was Toni Storm is what we were looking for.
Ah, okay. yeah.
She's also undefeated in 2019, and finally, it's a cheap one, but it counts. Triple H,
Ah, okay.
undefeated,
Yeah.
baby.
That's fair.
There you go. There's your trivia.
That's fair. That was fun. I like that. All right. This week I got 5-star trivia for you.
5-star trivia.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
How well? Yeah. So this is going. Uncle Dave, Davey Meltzer. He's the standard bearer. He's the IMDb of wrestling, or whatever, if you will.
I like that.
It's
like that.
it's all opinion, but when he gives you 5 stars, that's what everyone
It
kind of goes by.
means something.
Yeah. So you already know about that 5-star NXT ladder match from last year. Great match. But do you know
for the North American
That's right.
Championship?
But can you tell me what other ladder match in WWE Dave Meltzer gave 5 stars?
It was Was it the ladder match? It's Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon at it's at a WrestleMania. It's one of the
Yes.
ones with like the old school, the OG shit.
Yeah. Take a guess for the number of
Fuck,
WrestleMania.
I'm gonna say like 8.
Yeah, it was number 10,
Hey.
but you got the match.
I got
That's
the
all that
match. I
matters.
got
You
the match.
HBK versus so there you go. That was a 5-star match.
Is it
All right.
is it a 5-star match? I've never actually seen it. I just know.
I mean, it's all like I've seen matches that I would think are better than it that Meltzer has given less, so it's all subjective.
And
But
I
I'll
think
give
it's so much too. Just like the pacing.
Yeah.
The pacing is going to be so incredibly different.
It's a great match. It's definitely worth watching.
Yeah,
But
that's cool. Check it out, kid. Check
Yeah,
it out,
moving
kids
on.
at home on the network.
Yeah, moving on, though. I'm sticking with the gimmicks. The gimmicks from the ladder match to the steel cage match.
Okay.
What steel cage match did Dave Meltzer give 5 stars in the WWE?
I feel like I know this. And I feel like, fuck.
His list of 5-star matches in WWE is pretty small.
It's pretty small, so I feel like if you've just seen a list of it once,
Yeah. You can at least,
you could kind of retain that information. Okay, steel cage. I can picture I can picture Undertaker in it. I just can't picture who the other person would be. I'm gonna take a guess. So this is probably late 90s. Mid to late 90s. Who was big? Maybe like Bret Hart, maybe? Bret Hart Undertaker?
All right, so the steel cage match was Bret Hart versus Owen Hart for the WWF Championship at SummerSlam '94.
Jesus Christ.
So you got Bret Hart won that one.
I pictured wrong people.
No, that was the old school blue steel cage at that point too. So
Okay, shit, man.
but
Weird.
moving on to the final one.
Final question.
Final 5-star question here. From gimmick to gimmick to gimmick. Which Hell in a Cell match did Dave Meltzer give 5 stars?
A 5-star Hell in a Cell match. Oh, good.
Yes, there's been one 5-star Hell in a Cell match.
Okay, so maybe I pictured Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell when I said steel cage. Because I can definitely picture him in a cage-like structure. Like I've seen.
Yes.
I feel like I've seen.
I will
photo.
say yes. He's been in a lot more Hell in a Cell matches than he has steel cage.
I've seen
matches,
the photo.
So he's been in both.
So
Okay.
maybe I'll take half of my previous guess and say Undertaker again, but take out the Bret Hart element and add in somebody like who's 5-star match worthy. That's also the other thing. Yeah, who's worthy of a 5-star match?
Yeah, who's worthy?
I'm gonna say like Stone Cold.
It was Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
In the Hell in a Cell, yeah. At the Bad Blood 1997 pay-per-view. So this is actually quite a historic match. This was not only the first Hell in a Cell match, it was to determine the number 1 contender to face Bret Hart for the WWF Championship at Survivor Series, which would end up being the Montreal Screwjob.
No shit.
And also, this match saw the debut of Undertaker's brother Kane for the first time when he came out in his classic red mask outfit and he ripped the door of the cage off, one of the best debuts of all time. He attacked Undertaker, helping Shawn Michaels get the win. And yeah, this match was historical.
Historical.
One of my favorite matches.
I have seen that. I definitely know what you're talking about. Yeah, Kane coming down the ring and just burst through the fucking door right there.
Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. I actually own this pay-per-view on VHS tape.
VHS tape?
So good. Yeah, I still have it to this day. Yeah.
Dude, I went to this like old used books, comics, videos place, and their WWE VHS library was pretty big.
Massive.
It was pretty big.
Oh yeah, I used to love doing. You know, me and my brother would rent old pay-per-views once in a while at the video store and shit.
Up at Super
Good old
Dave's?
time. Yeah, but Super Dave's video.
Super Dave's had WWE pay-per-views this whole time, and I didn't even know.
Back in the day. I mean, now we got the network. You can have that all for the price of 2 rentals a month.
I was renting Back to the Future Part 2 every weekend like a goddamn chump.
Yeah. You're like, when's Part 3 coming in? When's Part 3
coming? When's Part 3 coming?
The Wild West. Woo!
And then he wore that pin. And then Marty McFly wears the pink cowboy outfit, and then I'm gone.
I just want to get those shoes. The self-lacing.
That's that.
Didn't they actually come out with a pair?
That's Back to the Future 2. Those are wildly different films.
Well, no,
I think they did.
You first said,
oh,
right?
that is the one I just said. Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about the third one. They did.
We can talk about
come
them.
out with those.
I think Zack Ryder bought a pair, of course. Of course, Zack Ryder.
Way to go, Zach. Next week on Shoe Talk.
Shoe Talk.
Next week on Shoe Talk, if you like Zack Ryder's Nike pumps, you'll love Shinsuke Nakamura's slippery
Leather
sandals.
Yeah, okay.
So you know who wasn't? You know where Shinsuke Nakamura was not this week? SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live came to us live from somewhere. We have a lot of questions going on. What's happening with KO? What's happening with Kofi? Will we see Shinsuke Nakamura? You just need to watch to find out.
This guy. Yeah, but Michael Cole, he's the one that's gonna get to the bottom of
because
this.
folks, it is the Superstar Shakeup third week running.
Cole's
we
on
get
any.
Cole
Yeah,
now. They gave us
Yeah,
Cole.
and
And I say
so now-
I say us when I refer to SmackDown Live for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the Cole, and he brings out the Kofi.
The Cole.
Oh, hey. Yeah, Cole talks about the crazy last few months Kofi's had, and from winning, or not winning, but being in the chamber and winning at Mania. And Kofi, he's fought through the highs and the lows, and this is why he's your WWE champion. He puts over his brothers in the New Day, and Cole called what happened a few weeks ago maybe the greatest WrestleMania moment ever. So, it's up there, but that's big words, big as ever.
Big words.
Bigger than Hogan slamming Andre, bigger than... Anyways, it was definitely one of my
Big
favorites.
words. He deserves it. Then what after seems about to be like 8.5 minutes of recap, finally we get to the big question of Kevin Owens' betrayal last week. I don't know why you recap the last 2 months or last month and a half. Because presumably we've
we already
been
know.
watching the last month and a half.
We know he's
right?
the champ. They're not gonna be like, oh, how'd he get that? Where'd he get that belt?
We're kind of past that point. But anyways,
Yeah.
what was I saying?
Owens,
Kofi.
he
so
challenges
Kofi
Owens.
challenges Kevin Owens to the show or to the match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, which is another. I'm saying this is a damn good card. I think so far.
Shaping up.
Owens accepts a challenge, cuts a promo on Kofi. Says his moment is fleeting. A little pending shout out. No one's gonna get that. No one believes.
In a blink of an eye.
Can we clip in 3 seconds of that song right there?
Right.
We own the rights.
Cut.
We own the rights.
I think we
Cut.
own the rights.
Fleeting.
I think Lewis. Lewis and James.
He did pen. He penned the lyrics, Lewis. So technically he owns. I don't know. Anyways, no one believes that Kofi's
I think
championship
I
hero,
own
right?
mechanical rights because I recorded it.
Sure.
And
I'll
then
take intellectual.
distribution rights are wide open, so you can take those.
Money. But eventually Xavier comes out, hits Owens from behind, but Owens kicks him out. So Kofi chases him off and checks on his buddy Xavier. There you go.
Yeah, this just went on way too long. This felt way too long for me. I was kind of like making breakfast when I was doing it. I was and I was hearing Michael Cole talk, and it was just sort of like, for a second, I thought it was maybe last week because I thought they would have talked about KO way sooner than that.
Yeah. So there you go. We set up that angle, but we got some women's action next. Becky Lynch versus Bayley. Bayley is in the Money in the Bank ladder match. They just announced one at a time on this show, I think. So Bayley's in.
I mean, I guess it's is that slightly better than announcing them all in the batch?
I guess
because I guess we know that there's at least a little bit of anticipation.
Yeah, I guess you just stick around. Who's it gonna be?
Not just hey, Dana Brooke, Naomi, Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, but they had a good little match here. I think Bayley. I'm telling you, there's a slow burn going on. She's showing some fire. She's starting to do more stiff strikes, like knees to the head that we don't usually see from her. So I'm hoping it's a slow heel turn, very slow, but maybe I'm crazy.
I think the hairstyle change on this one's going to be big for us because there's no way you can do a menacing side pony.
Yeah, what is she going to do? Just let it down, or
I don't know, but I think that's essential to the heel transition.
Or a bun.
Yeah, that could work. We got to get it out of her face somehow.
Yeah, she goes for the elbow off the top rope. Becky blocks it, locks in the disarmer. She gets a submission win, but right after the match, Charlotte sneaks in and attacks Becky, and then she picks up Bayley and throws her into the ring post. So, yeah, what a plastic face dope that Charlotte is. There she goes.
Competitive enough match. Again, I think this was one just bad commercial break for me. Maybe more time at the heart of the action would have been fun, but hopefully Bayley's on the rise on SmackDown Live. I can't think of another heel besides the Charlotte Flair heel kind of on this brand.
Yeah, no, and at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, Sasha Banks is still nowhere to be seen. So this is
Yeah.
Bailey. This is good for Bailey for her singles career to just kind of, just go off, do something else.
There you go. All the best to you.
Then we got another quick backstage promo of Aleister Black sitting in the dark, talking about darkness and fear.
Was he listening to like Alice in Chains or something?
I was gonna say at the end he said Fade to Black, and I think like next year WrestleMania have Metallica play him to the ring, fucking play Fade to Black or something. Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, yeah.
Think Lars would take that Saudi money?
What? Oh, I don't know. Is he against it?
Not Lars Sullivan, rather. No, I meant
Lars
Ulrich.
drummer.
I should've been
No,
more
is he? Is he like outspoken or
I
something
don't know.
against?
Is he an artist type? He was anti.
He doesn't like Napster.
He was anti Napster. Yeah. So I don't know.
But that's because he wanted money.
Oh, that's
you know?
a good
That's
point.
because he wanted.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Anyways, no, but this is WrestleMania. We don't want them to go to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
They're probably not even allowed to play there. They're like, no tattoos. I don't know. Even though. Anyways, there's that. Next year, book it. WrestleMania. Metallica.
You heard it here first, folks. Book it. Coming up next, though, we have the SmackDown Live Tag Champions, the Hardy Boys, coming up to give us status about whether or not they can hold on to this championship.
Yeah, Jeff's pulling a Becky here. He's limping out on the crutch. So, yeah.
Now, was this news like a week ago that I missed or something? Did he? So, because like
I don't know.
Legit
I don't
hurt
know.
himself by the looks of it.
Yeah, I can't really. I didn't hear anything. There's no. I don't know. We'll ask AC next week. Maybe he knows.
No, okay. If you know an answer,
maybe he caused this. Maybe he fucking sent someone in. I don't know. Maybe he had money riding on these. Anyways.
So, Jeff and Matt, they have to give up the tag titles reluctantly. I will say.
Yeah, crowd boos, no.
And before they can even enjoy their, swan song, rather, Lars Sullivan's music hit, and he comes down and starts beating on the boys.
Yeah, Matt. He tries to take the beating for Jeff, but Lars is too big. He just beats them both up, Jeff has his crutch ready, but Truth comes from behind with a chair. And he smacks Lars, who no-sells it, and then he goes for another chair shot, but Lars just punches the chair away, and Jeff sneaks off during this. So Lars slams Truth and hits his little running sit-out powerbomb. So I don't know. Yeah, is that going to be? Maybe that's a squash match at Money in the Bank pre-show. Lars versus Truth.
Lars versus Truth. I mean, I think this is two. Is
this
2 weeks straight of Truth?
I think so. Yeah, because I think last week he got beat up, and this week he's trying to get his revenge.
Yeah.
And then next week Lars goes after Carmella, and Truth says, I don't know.
He's true. Sullivan's still looking strong. I mean, it's yet to be seen if he can make his way up the card. But all signs are heading to Pushville.
Yeah,
population.
I imagine
Lars
some sort
Sullivan.
of squash. Unless that dirt leaks. Unless that dirt leak hurts him. We'll see.
Oh my God! Like, is that do you just want a second show that's just dirt? Is that what you want?
It's not me. It's what the audience wants. It's the ratings, man.
What ratings have been pouring in?
All right, folks. Let us know if you want the Dirt Corner to stay or to go. Send in a $5 check with the answer yes or no. Was that like an impromptu rap?
That was if you want to know if the show can go.
That's like when the school assembly type.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, kids, we're here to stay. Smoking is bad every day. Anyway.
Yeah, it's very much like the eat your carrots, eat your peas, 80s hip hop.
What are we? Okay, now we reveal the SmackDown.
I don't know either.
I know where we are
getting though. So we
got to reveal the SmackDown men Money in the Bank ladder match participants.
Right, which are Finn Balor, Andrade, Randy Orton, the Rand Man, and
Rand Man and Ali,
and Mustafa Ali.
What I'm wondering is, no Aleister Black? Like, Ricochet gets a shot on Rob, but Black?
That's a good point. Well, it seems like, Aleister Black's getting these backstage vignettes. Maybe, they're trying to build him, stretch him out a little bit more.
Yeah, I suppose that Ricochet doesn't have as much of a character as Aleister Black, and then Ricochet, he'll do some crazy flips.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Well, or maybe this is just kind of, keeping these guys from NXT, making sure they really are ready, the new crowd is ready for them.
Yeah.
And now, folks, I know you're sitting there at home thinking to yourself, well, Finn Balor, Mustafa Ali, Randman, Andrade, like they're announced for Money in the Bank. I wonder if I'm going to see them in a tag match later. Well, I don't know. You're saying to yourself, but I just watched Raw. All those guys were in a tag match. I want what I like about Raw, which is that, and then I want that implanted into SmackDown. And let me tell you, I don't know. You're just gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, but if you really want a tag match, we'll give you one on the way. There's we got one coming right up. Asuka and Kairi Sane versus two local jobbers here.
With the Iconics on Mike's side at ring or on
Yeah, on my, they're always on my side, and I'm on their side. But yeah, they were doing commentary here, so I love that. Love hearing them squawk.
a lot of squawks. That's for
quick
sure.
little match. Yeah, a lot of squawks. Kyrie and Asuka get the easy win after the insane elbow. So is this your Money in the Bank tag title match? Maybe. I hope so.
Maybe.
Hope we get a tag title match.
One thing that should not be anything, let alone a match, is did you notice that they just kind of took Asuka's theme song and Kairi Sane's theme song and didn't like the bar, they go from one to the other. But this one, it's like they had them on two tracks and just kind of faded in and out at one verse.
Yeah, it didn't really.
And one chorus, and then like the bridge, and then the verse did not work. This is always tough when you get two singles competitors onto a team. How do you determine what the song is?
Yeah, hopefully they can get something better, but I don't see this team being too long term, like maybe a couple months, and then it's just a way of getting Kyrie up and getting her,
you mean Paige is going to get the boot once more?
I don't know what'll happen. I think maybe Asuka will turn heel or something. I don't know. Who knows? Eventually you got to split them up. I think they're better apart than they are together at the end. I love Kairi Sane. I want to see her have some single success.
Someone will turn on someone.
Yeah. But backstage, Mandy was watching. Mandy and Sonya, they want a chance at the match too. So maybe we'll get a triple threat, or who knows? I just want some sort of tag title match. Keep these titles on the show.
Keep them relevant. I think that's what the most important part is right now.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I was wrong though, because Mandy says they're getting a chance to be in the Money in the Bank match, but only one of them.
Only one of them, right?
Mandy's like, it should be you, and Sonya's like, I know what you're doing. Don't flatter me. It should be you though. You're better. You were so close to winning before. Finish the job. She's like, okay. Good moment. I like.
Good moment. It's two friends. Two friends being friends.
Yeah. But the big dog comes out next. And he was getting some boos. He's getting mixed reactions now, man.
We're back to Booville.
I think the honeymoon's over a bit. Yeah, like some cheers, but I think the honeymoon's over.
I mean,
like we're happy you're alive.
I think it would have to end at one point, right?
Yeah. But he talks about his little feud he's got going on with the McMahons here. So Shane O'Mac comes out. He cuts a promo on Roman.
That's right, folks. The superstars don't stop shaking up.
McMahon's, he can do
what
whatever
was
he wants.
once a Raw talent is now heading to a house by a former contractor built up.
Yeah.
Shane's back. Shane's back on SmackDown Live.
He flipped it.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So he says to McMahon's, we own everything. They go back and forth a bit. Roman tells Shane to come down here. Shane says, I don't have the time, so he brings out the B team. Wow.
Yeah.
Is this part of the shakeup too?
Okay, sure. Why not?
I don't. Yeah, so we get a handicap match here: Roman versus the B team, but
with Elias as the ref.
As the special enforcer, so not quite like he was on the. There was still a regular ref inside, but this was like WrestleMania 14 with Mike Tyson as the special enforcer. He ended up making the 3 count, even though he wasn't the full referee. But
is that why it was a fast count?
It was super fast. You've seen. It didn't. Yeah. Anyway. Roman hits the Superman punch on Axel, and when the ref is about to count 3, Elias pulls him out of the ring. He interferes for a bit, but despite the cheating, Roman hits the spear and gets the win anyways. So,
there you go.
And then
there you go.
Yeah, we already know.
I don't really know what
right?
else to say. I don't really know what else to say for this.
It's booked, right? Already, Roman versus Elias.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Last
so.
week?
We already have that.
So yeah, then they're just gonna next week. Elias will sing a song. Roman will come out, and we'll get there.
I think we're gonna get there. Yeah, and then we probably get Roman Lars or something. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Coming up next, folks. I know, like I said, you're super excited about
Everyone's been waiting for this
Or
one.
you said to yourself, my favorite thing about Raw was having the Money in the Bank participants who were immediately announced split off into tags and and then compete against each other. And then you on a Tuesday night, you're sitting on your couch and you're saying to yourself, like, I wish I could relive that magic.
Well, we got you covered.
We got you covered here. Somebody has you covered. Somebody in a fucking writing room somewhere has you covered, apparently, because we're getting the face versus heel SmackDown side live version of the match last night. Finn Balor and Mustafa Ali versus the Ran Man and Andrade. 2-on-2, baby.
Yeah, I mean...
Who do you think wins?
No.
I don't know. Does any of this matter, Mike?
For this, no. Quick match, Balor and Ali. They hit the coup de grace, 450 splash combo, get the win. That was it. Not even an RKO after the match. That's all it was.
Yeah, there was.
Was there?
Yeah, Orton.
Maybe I didn't.
The Ran Man. Well, obviously the Ran Man. Yeah, obviously he comes in. He hits Balor with one, and then then Ali gets a super kick in, and I think he ends standing tall.
Okay.
So there you go. There you go.
All right. And then just out of nowhere, they just announced the SmackDown women for the Money in the Bank. They're going to be Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, and Carmella. So I think the SmackDown side is much better.
There
than the
was
Raw
a
side.
promo somewhere in here. I think it was backstage. Charlie talking to Ember Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody, and I just remember it feeling like the most written thing ever. I can't remember exactly what they said, but I just remember hearing it just like, oh, nobody talks like this.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
But no, I would, Ember Moon, though, I would love for her to win the match. She's probably my favorite of the 8 women. An Ember Moon or maybe a heel Bayley winning. Those would be my top 2.
There we go.
But
We'll
get our preview in a couple weeks.
We got our preview. Man, it feels like forever since we've done a pay-per-view preview review.
Yeah, we had that big Mania season rush where every week was something, and then the last month has just been busy, but it's been different.
Yeah,
we haven't had that
what's
preview
gonna fuck
review.
with us also? I feel like there was sometime around October fucked with us too, because there was like Survivor Series, a Saudi show, Evolution. It was and then like another
it was a
thing.
bunch.
Yeah.
And then like Hell in a Cell, and then
There was way.
Well,
too
next
much.
year we're gonna once AEW comes around, we got Money in the Bank, we got Double or Nothing the week after that, and then Saudi Arabia.
Oh my god.
And then NXT.
This is so much.
AEW. Jon Moxley.
Well, we'll see about that. After
Oh, yeah.
attacking Xavier Woods earlier in the night, Kevin Owens' show comes out on the KO show to cap off this SmackDown Live. He comes out reiterating that Kingston is way over his head, that he needs help, that he's not a top guy. Almost like it's coming from somebody else's mouth, and Kevin Owens is just saying it. He vowed that he would take. I don't know, but he said he was gonna fucking beat him. I don't know what else.
Like, relieve him of the burden of being champion because he can't handle it. Basically, then he calls Xavier down to have a little chat. But X, I'm just gonna call him X. Doesn't come out, so KO pulls out the X Xavier action figure and he starts mocking them for all the crap they shill and. He cuts a promo on the toy, and then he pulls out a Big E toy with a taped-up leg. So eventually, Kofi shows up on the ramp, and he runs down to the ring, and him and Owens go at it for a bit. They fight outside the ring. Owens rakes Kofi's eyes and runs off through the crowd. So, that's pretty much it to the end of the show.
And that's it. Kofi standing
Kofi's
tall
in the ring.
on the announce table or something. He's just like, "What you
want?
What you want?"
Yeah.
Fans got fired. Fans got fired up finally. This was like.
They're still loving Kofi. Kofi Mania is not over. It wasn't just a fad.
Yeah, this was a slower SmackDown. It was a slower SmackDown for the crowd, but they finally got into it. They finally got into it here at the end, which is great. This intense, the vengeful Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, he shows some fire. He doesn't. So his boys, the New Day, aren't there to back him up, but he can do the fight on his own. He's got it.
That's great. Is this the hottest thing right now? Probably not, but we have 3 weeks and 2 guys that can definitely put on a great match.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, bud. And there you have it, folks. That was our week of SmackDown. If you can believe it.
Believe that.
Believe that. What else do you want to do here, Mike, in the show? What else do you got for us?
Well, what do we do the rest of the week? Put it over?
Let's do both. Let's put something the fuck over. What do you got, Mike? What do you got? Let's start off with you.
Mine's just a quick little thing. Have you heard of the show The Dark Side of Wrestling from Viceland?
Ooh, no.
This new series?
No.
It's great. It's, I think they're on their 3rd or 4th episode. Each show is like 45 minutes, but it's really well done. Like there's an episode on the Montreal Screwjob, an episode on the killing of Bruiser Brody, and all these other great stories. And they like interview the guys backstage, and yeah, so look that up. You'll find it online somewhere. The Dark Side of Wrestling.
The Dark
Really
Side
well
of
made.
Wrestling. I'm writing that down as we speak.
Yeah, Vice
You
does
can
some
hear
good
the
stuff.
pen to paper.
Yeah, he's old school. He's pen to paper.
Pen to paper here, folks. Okay, check that out.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you
I'm
put
putting over this headline. Teen who tried to RKO principal arrested for wrestling fake alligator.
I actually saw both videos of this kid.
You saw both
doing
videos of this kid. Okay,
Yeah.
folks at home.
Now, the principal one I think is an overreact. He barely even touched the guy.
Okay, so folks
the
at
principal.
home, yeah, let's back you up with a little context. This is a student in Miami. So he was arrested like last week for trying to RKO his principal, and then it's like his principal takes him down. Okay, so I
Yeah.
guess in Miami, just high school, I feel like is fucked. In the States,
yeah, I'm
kind of
sure
in
it's
general,
different.
and if a student approached a teacher in a slightly aggressive way, I think every teacher is ready to fucking kill somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
100%.
I mean, if it was me,
overreacted.
if I wanted to hit that RKO, that principal would have gone down. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's all I'm saying. Yeah,
If he was gonna do it, fucking hit it.
Also, yeah,
hit the
if you're
damn
gonna
thing.
do it, if you're gonna hit an RKO, fucking hit an RKO.
Like he did it. Like he was kind of like smiling as he did it. Like, hey man, why aren't you jumping? Why aren't you jumping?
yeah, or haha, like you
But,
don't
yeah,
you don't
the-
know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So the principal just kind of tackled him to the ground, and yeah.
So anyway, so that was the first one, and I guess whatever happened from that. So the newest story that just happened is that this kid jumps into there's a pond at a mall or like a shopping center, and he
Yeah.
jumps into the pond while grabbing like a fake display alligator, and
Yeah.
he just
like it wasn't like a dollar store like inflated. Like it was somewhat of an.
it was it was like a prop, and he
They
grabs
say it was
it.
worth like 10,000. But I don't
He
know
was
what-
a prop, and he grabs it, and he RKO's it into the mall water supply. And he got arrested. The alligator was valued at
Yeah.
$3,600.
Yes, the alligator was taken into safe custody after this. And, they're trying to find out what kind of charges they want to press. But yeah, $10,000. Like this thing didn't look that. It didn't look like a real like Hollywood prop.
No,
like it looked like
no,
okay,
I mean, who knows,
but not
who
10
knows
grand.
who assigns value
Yeah.
to what?
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. But no, this kid's trouble though. He's come on.
Come on, man!
What are you doing, kid?
You can't be RKOing people in public. That's a vicious finisher. You just
Yeah.
can't do that to
That is.
somebody. They could hurt them. You know?
I remember though, back in like grade 3 though, we'd all be trying to give each other stunners in class. Just boom, stunner. It's so sudden, just kick stunner.
Stunner.
Boom. Yeah. But yeah, that's funny. That kid. Kid.
There you have it, folks. We're putting it over. We still have a wrestler of the week, though. I'm pretty sure we've got a wrestler of the week.
It's the wrestler of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week.
Yeah, not a whole lot of wrestling.
Not a whole lot of wrestling this week.
week.
So I'm going to put over Bill Goldberg. It was announced earlier.
Billy
It was
Goldberg.
announced earlier this week that both Goldberg and Taker have been added to the Saudi show. Way to go, Bill Goldberg. You're 52. You're taking that Saudi money. Like you gotta be my wrestler of the week for that, bro.
All right.
There you go.
Bill Goldberg. All right, I'm going to give it to Bray Wyatt just for the Firefly. He's doing his job. He's committed to the character.
It's a bit that's still working, and I'm sure you could go on Reddit and find all sorts of Mark ass fan theories about what they really like. You and
I gave you my theory with the burnt down house.
You thought that was the house, and I just thought that was Randy Orton the Rand Man standing outside, and Bray Wyatt was or
yeah, it's like a Fight Club. Well, not Fight Club, but like he thinks everything's one way, and then he's gonna snap out of it one day, and the house is all burnt up and shit.
And he's just rocking back and forth in an
he's
insane
just talking
asylum.
he's just talking to all these puppets and medical objects. Yeah. But
it's entirely possible.
Anyways,
it's entirely possible. And there you have it, folks. Both of our wrestlers of the week did not actually wrestle this week. I think that really goes to show you exactly what happened this week on both Raw and SmackDown. Folks, I think that's the end of the show, though.
Yeah. Or is it? One quick last final.
You don't know.
Just
you,
made
you
up
just
on the spot.
don't know how to.
I always love to do this.
Okay, you made this up on the spot. Okay, what's going on?
Well, I mean, basically, here's a new segment. It's just one liner.
Okay. Oh, right, the one-liners.
Well, no, it's not. It's kind of. Remember, I had that bad joke segment 1 week. This one's in another era.
Okay.
So in another era, they would have given Big E a little black midget called Little E. There you go. I know Big E is always the center of these jokes. I don't know why. I didn't write them.
I think he was last time. Era. Okay, there you go, folks. Don't remember to
Little E. That's where he's injured. They should have brought Little E out.
That would have been funny, like a little Hornswoggle with shoe polish.
Yeah. What? Whoa, that's a little too far.
That's a little too far. It's definitely not that kind of show. Folks, remember to rate, review, like, and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play, and everywhere else that you listen to shows. You can give us the email address at shootbrospod or shootbrotherspod@gmail.com.
Yeah, how the Raptors doing?
They're playing. They're playing right now.
I'm surprised. I let you go because I know you want to watch that game, and I respect. I just checked. They're down 32-29. But let's go Raptors!
I thought you were going to say they're down 32. Just the way that
that would be terrible.
Face, I'm like, no fucking way they're down by that much.
I would die.
Ball Tuck will keep going. One more thing before we leave. No, we don't even have to do that, folks. Okay, Mike.
Okay.
It's been long enough. Get ready next week when we bring more shoot action going on. We got some special guests in the show, and you never know who's going to stop by.
Yeah, we might. I might have my interview scheduled next week as well for our guest wrestler, Aaron Porter. We'll see.
Oh, that would be very exciting. So, folks, come back to listen to that. Go Raps, go! Yeah. And Mike, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Stay drunk, stay sober. Goodbye.